I'm a journalist from Iceland. I started investigating the actions of Greenpeace and different groups, similar groups, in the mid-80s. And the more I investigated, the more disturbed I became, because what I found was quite disturbing. And the worst abuses I have seen by these groups are fabrication, falsification of animal torture. I have videos showing the ugliest animal torture you can imagine, perpetrated by environmental groups, claiming that these are hunters, these are fishermen, these are bad guys, and they are using those videos to promote their cause, mainly to collect money in order to stop these bad guys from doing what they're doing, which they've never done. The consequences have been disruption of local communities, native communities all over the Northern Hemisphere, communities in the South as well. It's basically been an economic and social devastation. I have been to areas, I've been to villages where the graveyards are almost bigger than the village because of young suicide victims, young people who lost hope, lost their vision in life because they were told by foreigners who came from the big world that they were bad and they were bad people, and what their parents had been doing for centuries or thousands of years was bad, and so they lost sort of footing. And it's really sad, but I see the same trend again here. I see statements, I see propaganda, which is equally sort of fabricated or without substance, which will again affect smaller communities in particular. And so I'm asking the question here, is this legitimate? Are decisions made on facts, or are they made based on falsehood and fabrication? If we take the Pribilof Islands of Alaska, they are a part of the US, but they're like right in the middle of the Bering Sea between the Siberia and Alaska. These are small island communities with only, I guess, less than 1,000 people on each island. And nobody knows where they are, nobody knows about them at all. I mean, they've been just there for 10,000 years in this area. But the Greenies found them because they were killing seals. And when the Greenies, Greenpeace in particular, were leading this action against them, as well as various American groups, Friends of Animals, or you name it, there were a number of groups involved. When they discovered, okay, here are some people we can attack because they can't defend themselves, this resulted in a total destruction of the community. An international hate mail campaign was orchestrated by Greenpeace and Friends of Animals, where school children in Germany, in the US, and the UK were encouraged to write school children in the Pribilof Islands to tell them that they hated them, that the world hated those kids in the Pribilof Islands because they were so bad, eating seal meat and killing seals. And the graveyard was bigger than the village. In 1 year, there were more than 100 suicide attempts with totally catastrophic results, destroying the total community. They use the same tactics. There's no, I see no difference in their tactics. The only difference is the issue. The sealing issue doesn't give any money anymore. Whaling doesn't give any money anymore. Fisheries are kind of flexible. It's hard to make a lot of money on attacking the fisheries because everybody eats fish. Not everybody eats whale. The Japanese, they love whale meat, so they're under attack. Icelanders love whale meat, the Faroese love whale meat, the Norwegians love whale meat, so they're being attacked, or were attacked, but now there is no money in it anymore for those groups, so they're sort of backed out. Politicians that are active in this issue today, these people were, most of them were in college or even high school 20 years ago. So they have no knowledge of what happened at the time. They weren't interested. And now they are embracing this because they need to have something to hold on to. They need to justify their job. And so the UN is just one forum of many. There is no global conspiracy as such, I believe. I don't think there is. But the conspiracy is the conspiracy of money. Because the nature of these groups is that they need to expand constantly. You can take any of the big international environmental groups. They have thousands of people on salaries. They have to pay them. They can't pay them without making money. And since they are not government, they have to collect money from somewhere, and that is the general public. Or even large companies that pay them off once in a while, to get some peace. But mostly it's coming from the general public, which is not well informed. And when one crisis has been solved as such, they have to find another one. And if it's not global warming, then now it's sustainability and species disappearing from the earth. That's an old one, but it's coming back. I don't want to make statements, political statements on this, because I'm not politically involved, and I'm not interested in being a politician on this issue at all. What I want to show is that decisions are made based on false information. And this has happened over and over again, but it has affected communities in such a bad way that it has to be addressed.